All right, good. I love that segment there, 14 strong. We go out on the golf course, real examples, right? You got to learn technique, but then you got to take that technique and what the shot is providing and then go out there and talk about the strategy. We're going to be doing that a lot more here in the spring and the summer, taking you to the course in real situations. Now, email us, thestripeshow@18birdies.com. What club do you want to see? What particular shot would you like to have some help with? And we'll look to fit that into the show. But right now, let's move on. Time to go to another segment here of Show Us Your Swing. And this time, it's Hogan in Idaho. All right, hey Hogan, thanks for the video. I recognize that range and that weather. Thanks for sending this in, and I understand you're struggling with a push hook from time to time. Now, I've got that green line out in front of you there, up the target line. Imagine, you know, someone was standing like right here and holding this club shaft out with this head cover right here out in front of you, okay? Now, what's gonna happen here is when you swing through, right, and you can see your hands are starting on the inside of that line, but when you swing through, watch where your hands go. Your hands are going to trace very much out, right? So the path of your hands is going out. That's going to stand the club shaft up a little bit more than we want, and that's going to get the path of the club working too much out to the right. So you can get some pushes, and then of course if the face closes down, you can get some nice draws. If it overshuts down, then you get some hooks. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to get something out in front of you there, just above your hands and just up the target line, so you get the sensation that when you swing through, that you've got to get your hands to return lower and more to the left. And what's going to happen to do that is, instead of your hips wanting to come in, your left hip should clear more out of the way. Okay, you should feel more weight kind of back in through the heels, the left hip turning more out of the way, the left shoulder turning back more, and that'll allow you to get your hands to swing closer to you, lower, and more to the left, missing that green line, okay? So hopefully that makes sense, more of a left exit plane, but sometimes just putting that head cover or something out in front of your hands will give you a good sensation of that lower left exit, and that should get the ball to start more on line with less hook. All right, Hogan, good looking golf swing. I understand you're hitting a little bit of a push, right? And then from there it's hooking back. So I've got my caddy here. I've brought him in. Get one of your buddies or get your dad off the couch and get him up and have him stand right there with the head cover, all right? And we're gonna position this just a little bit to the outside of the hands and then up the target line. See how I did that? So about a hand's width, right, from my left hand, and then my hand's width up that way, all right? And we're gonna go a little higher, about right in there, just above my hands. Now that's there to help you when you swing through, that you don't want your hands to run into that, right? So your hands aren't gonna go down the line and then up high like this, but your hands are gonna come in lower, right? See that? My hands are gonna come in lower and then back around here to the left, all right? So I like this here. You can set something up, put your bag there and kind of lay it across, but that's about the distance that you want it. Now, one more thing for you, Hogan. Make sure that when you take the club head back, I take it just a little bit more out here as well, okay? So don't let it go in here. Just keep it a little bit more out in front of you. That'll get the club just a little bit more in this position where it's kind of over here to the left. And then from there, you can bring it down and get your hands to return back low and to the left. And you'll probably feel some things there in your hips. They'll stay back more to help things turn the corner, get the path working more to the left and less out to the right. And that's what you need to do to get that starting line a little bit better. So I like that swing. Work on it. Spring is coming.